Hi everyone, I am so happy that you are joining me. Today I'm having a play with some of my Distress Oxide and some of my Dylusion sprays, and I wanted to try this technique of using saran wrap to ink up my pages. So you can see there on this page I sprayed gathered twigs, hickory smoke, and iced spruce onto that sheet of saran wrap, and then I put, this is just kind of regular copy paper, and I'm just pressing that down, and you can see how the saran wrap creates all these really cool designs on the page. And then if you want to add more, I just kind of dip down in there and press down to where there's still some ink and pick some more up on the paper. And I love these colors. I'm working on pages for my mushroom journal, so I'm kind of going for that foresty, grungy kind of look right now. So I hope everyone is doing well. Let me know in the comments below what you're up to, and if you have ever tried this technique of using saran wrap to add some ink to your pages. And let me know if you have some other methods that you have used. So the next one I'm using, it's the same colors, but now I'm going to take one of my coffee dyed papers and dip it in there and see how it turns out. It was hard for me to get that saran wrap to lay down flat in there. So I don't know if I just need a bigger box or if I should have tried to tape it down. Let me know if you have any tips on that. So again, I'm just picking up more ink. And I like this effect on the coffee dyed paper. That was a good test. The next thing I want to try out is this book page. So I pulled some of these nature pages from a book I got at an estate sale, and the back of it, there's writing on it, and I thought I'm going to try putting some inks on the back side, and then maybe I can collage it up some more once I put it in to the journal. But these nature pictures are just beautiful, and I think I'm going to Mod Podge over the pictures because they're glossy to tamp down on the glossiness of them. So again, just picking up a bunch of ink and seeing what designs the saran wrap makes. If you have any questions on the colors that I'm using, just leave a comment down below and I'll answer it. So I put a new piece of saran wrap in here, and I've moved on to some Dylusions shimmer sprays, and I'm using fresh lime, and I am using lemon zest and cut grass. And so these are the colors that I'm using on these papers. And it's important to store your shimmer sprays and your oxide sprays on their side. That's just kind of the recommendation that both Diane and Tim give for their products. And then it's really important to shake them. You want to shake them in a horizontal position, or I'm sorry, in a vertical position, so the bottle straight up and down. And you want to shake them until you can hear that little bead that's in there moving about. Like that. So this is a real shimmery look. Again, I really like this saran wrap effect. All the crinkles and bumps. Next, I took the saran wrap out, and now I'm going to do a few pages with just spraying directly onto the page. And I first spritz the page with some water. That's what Diane recommends, and there you can see me shaking up the bottles there. And if they're clogged a little bit, you can kind of wipe them off with a paper towel, or if you need to run them, take the nozzle out and run it under water for a little bit to get it cleaned out. But as soon as you're done using it, it's really good to wipe the nozzle off and keep it as clean as possible. And they do sell replacement nozzle sprays. So if you get one that you can't get cleaned out, then you can definitely just buy some replacements. This fresh lime, it's a pretty bright color. And I thought, even though these are a little bit brighter, I wanted to see how they would look, to see if I could incorporate them into this journal. If not, I'll use them for some other purpose. And to tamp down the brightness, I grabbed Mushy Peas, which is one of my favorite Dylusion colors, and I just spray that over the top. I'm almost out of this, and I love the little spritz, or the little droplets that are coming out. I think that gives it a really cool effect. I like those droplets, and I think that'll tamp down the brightness of the other colors. But I do love that shimmer. And on this one, I thought I'd try an experiment and spray the back side as well, and we'll see how that turns out once they're all dry. I have to order me some new Mushy Pea, because this one's basically empty. And they have two, in Dylusions, there's they have warm colors and cold colors, and the lemon zest goes with the cold colors, so the greens and the blues. And then they have Pure Sunshine, which is another yellow that goes with the yellows and I mean with the oranges and reds and pinks. So now I'm trying something even a little more different. I'm doing a mixture of Distress Oxides from Tim and the Dylusion sprays. So this one is called Melted Chocolate. It's another one of my favorites, new favorites from Dylusions. And then I'm using the Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide spray. And then I'm using the Slate Gray from Dylusions along with Mushy Peas. And so this one I'm really going for that grungy, foresty, dirt and rocks and moss kind of look is what I'm attempting to have happen. And so we'll see if I'm successful at that. And so I'm going to walk through all of these at the end once they're dry and kind of show you how they turned out. And I did the backside on some of them, but not all of them. And then I remembered it's smart to put a paper towel in there to kind of keep your box a little bit clean. I'm just continuing on with this color combo of the Melted Chocolate, Hickory Smoke, Slate Gray, and Mushy Peas. One additional color I did add to this one was Dirty Martini, and that's this color right here. So in addition to the Mushy Peas, I added that to even give it a little more darker look, darker grunge. And then I do a few more pages off camera, and I'll show those to you at the end as well. Now I am shifting over into the warmer colors. So here I'm going to be working with Rose Quartz, the Pure Sunshine, the Rose Quartz, and these aren't the shimmers, these are just the regulars. And I do a few pages where I'm just spraying directly onto the paper, and then I get the saran wrap out and I do a couple with the saran wrap. So you can see these are, I was going for the cover of my mushroom journal has some reds and yellows and oranges, and so I was trying to come up with a couple pages that I thought might complement the cover So we'll see if I like these in the end and if I end up using any of them or not, or just sticking to the darker colors. So here, again, the saran wrap technique. And I'll just show you one with the orange, yellow, and the pink. And then we'll do a walkthrough of all of them after they have dried. I think the coolest thing about the saran wrap method is you never know what you're going to get, and I think that is really cool, really fun surprise. So I'll definitely be doing this method a whole lot more. I like it a lot. Kind of reminds me of the jelly plates, so I might have to get my jelly plates out again as well. The papers have dried, so I thought we could look at them together. So here are some of the ones that I did with the Tangerine Dream, the melted chocolate, the rose quartz, and the sunshine. And I love that, and this was with using the saran wrap. So I think these are kind of fun. That saran wrap idea is really cool. And it's kind of cool. Some of these, it bled through onto the other side, which is nice, I think. And then here's a little thicker cardstock, and I actually did both sides. And I think these will make a really nice journal page. Kind of distress up the edges. And then here I took the saran wrap out, and I just did some spraying with those same colors. Just on the one side. I might go back and do the other side, or I might collage on the other side. Here I used a lot more of the rose quartz, and I used, I think it was the fuchsia. So that's a really cool effect on that side as well. And then here we get into using the shimmer sprays. So this was the cut grass, the lemon zest, and fresh lime. So those were those colors. And then I used a little bit, I think, of the regular cut grass without the shimmer. But I really like the shimmer on that. Does that show up on camera? Yeah, looks like it. And again, this is back with using the saran wrap in the box. Look at that. That's so cool. So I can either tear these up, use them for collage, use them as a journal page. Lots of different options. And then here I took the saran wrap out, and then I just sprayed both sides of this paper. And then this with the those three shimmer colors again. Just love this. I think this would be great for tags. Maybe I'll make those into tags. And then I went back to the saran wrap. Or no, this is just a spray on this side. And so this is with, I used this Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide. And I also used the Steel Gray Dylusions, along with the mushy peas and the cut grass. And I just sprayed it on there. And then on this side, I dabbed up with, on the saran wrap. So that's kind of a neat effect. And then here's using more of that shimmer spray again. Those same green colors and the gray, and then this Hickory Smoke. And then I'm really, really liking these. They almost give me kind of a mushroomy or stone, like something you'd see in the forest with moss. So this has the melted chocolate and the Distress Hickory Smoke. I also have some of the greens in there, the mushy peas and the cut grass. And then that gray. Slate gray. Sorry for my reach. But I love that melted chocolate kind of gives that, I don't know what you'd call that, but I really like this effect a lot. And I think I might use these in the mushroom journal. Those are really pretty. This one's a little bit lighter. But again, the same color combos. Love all the speckles on this one a whole lot. I really like that a lot. So pretty. And then found some neat little like mushroom cutouts to cut out and put on the page. Make some pockets. This one might be my favorite. Not sure. Again, love that melted chocolate, what that does in the background. And then I really am liking this hickory smoke as well. That's kind of these blobs here. And then I went back to the saran wrap. So this is, I think, just all distress sprays. So these are the hickory smoke, the iced spruce, and the gathered twigs. And that's what these are on the saran wrap. And I love, love those. This one I did with coffee dyed paper. Look at that. That's just scrumptious. I mean, look at that. I might do more with the coffee dyed. And then again, those 3 colors again. And more. And I think I added a little bit of the pine needles on this one. And then here I had this kind of nature page, and I'm going to cut this out and use this as a journal page. And I thought, well, what if I inked up the back? And so that's with those same colors in the saran wrap. So I had a really fun day. Thanks for coming along with me. And I hope you give it a try. So fun. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video. Remember to hit that like button. Thanks. Love y'all. Bye.